I'm going to tell you the story of the secret negotiation which took place between the Americans, the Qatar government, the militants in Gaza, Israeli government, and other stakeholders in Egypt. So a cell was created, and this decision to create the cell was created because there was pressure from the American government, because Qatar had indicated that they have the capacity to ensure that the release can take place. Now, Reuters has done a brilliant report on this. The secretive effort included tense personal diplomatic engagement by U.S. President Joe Biden. He had a number of meetings with Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu. It also involved hours of painstaking negotiations, including Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, CIA Director Bill Burns, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, and his deputy John Feiner. Apart from that, you would be surprised to know that the breakthrough could only be reached on 14th. But even then, Hamas was not willing to share the names of the people, the hostages they would release. On that, the negotiation almost broke because there was no direct communication with Gaza. Every message was being routed from Doha and Cairo, which means that the West Asia and Egypt played a very big role. And after that, once that difficulty was surmounted, then the CIA director and the head of Mossad were talking to each other. Biden also held an undisclosed phone call with the Qatari Prime Minister when the phrasing of the release had to be decided. Under the agreement that was taking shape, women and children hostages would be freed in the first phase. The Israelis insisted Hamas ensure all women and children came out in this phase. The US side agreed and demanded through Qatar the proof of life. So the proof of life had to be given. That's the most important thing, proof of life. And to ensure the proof of life, Al Thani had to be roped in, the Emir. And that diplomacy created the breakthrough. The deal is very simple. 50 hostages in the tunnels of Gaza, and more than 150 Palestinian prisoners in Israeli jails. They can be children, they can be teenagers, they can be women. But the good part is that this has created a ground for some sort of a dialogue whereby hostages can be released, one, and more time can be provided to those who can bring the war to an end.